Hey guys, this is undercoverdudes all the way from Down Under, and today I have a multiplayer gameplay tutorial for Line of Sight, a new FPS published by Black Spot Entertainment. Now, the control system for Line of Sight, very simple. We're going to go through it super quick. We've got W to go forward, A to go left, right, D to go right, S to go back. Left click the fire, right click the scope in. We have toggle and we have holding for aim down sights as well. You've got crouch and sprint. So the normal control set for any first person shooter game, and of course you've got space for jump. Now, what is different about Line of Sight? Well, we have abilities in Line of Sight. There's 3 different types of matchmaking queues, which are different rule sets that customize your gameplay experience. It sounds very difficult, but it's on your screen right now, and it's very easy to understand. The first one is ESP mode. ESP mode, only non-lethal abilities. Classic mode, no abilities at all. And Sire mode, which is all abilities, non-lethal and lethal. Now, in the bottom right hand corner, you can see 2 little icons, the blue non-lethal and the orange lethal. And this means that I am in a Sight matchmaking rule set game. Now, with all of that said, let's go and show off the abilities and how to go and activate them. So, let's go and activate the blue one. The blue one is Blink, and that is your default ability, and you can go and buy more in the shop if you want and go and swap them out. But the default one is Blink, and you activate that by scrolling up on your mouse. So we scroll up, and then you go and blink forward. Now have a look in the bottom right hand corner. That little bar, that energy bar, it's gone down by 2 blocks. And the reason why it's gone down by 2 blocks is because that little blue arrow, that little blue, pointer has gone and showed, okay, it's the energy that you need to go and use for this ability is 2 blocks worth, and we've gone and used it. Now it's going to start regenerating. You regenerate it in combat or just waiting around and doing basically nothing. It will go and regenerate over time. Now, have a look at the orange one. The orange one is your lethal ability, and it uses a lot of energy. So if you want to go and use a big ability like this, you can't use it very often. It's got to be a very timed ability. So it's not going to be massive spam all over the map, which is good. So let's go and activate it. Now to go and activate it, you go and press the middle mouse button. So that little clicky on the scroll wheel, you go and press that. So that's what we're going to go and do right now. And then it go and does a little bit of a nuke, a little bit of a comment strike. And that is a pretty extravagant ability. But as you can see, it's used a ton of my energy, and it's going to take a very long time for me to go and get all of that energy back. But it will basically obliterate anybody that comes into range. Now, saying that, if you don't want these type of abilities in your matches, you just go and queue up for the classic mode, and it would be simply just a normal FPS. You go around, you shoot people, no abilities whatsoever. Okay, so one thing I really wanted to go and show off is the loadout system. So at the moment, I currently have an M4A1, a customized M4A1, and I have an M92FS along with the blink ability and the comment ability that I showed before. Now, let's say I wanted to go and swap to another class, and I've got one prepared already. That's my first class, the L115A3. I'm currently using loadout B, which is this M4A1 class. So let's say I wanted to go and swap to the L115A3. And this is a sniper rifle with some different abilities, a different character. And when you go and die and respawn, you will go and be able to use this. So yeah, there we go. So I'm dead. And when you're in this thing, you can go and press space to respawn, so let's go and do that. And now I have spawned in with this sniper rifle, this fantastic sniper rifle, the L115A3. Now, I've got a different secondary, I've got a different sniper rifle, and I also have different abilities. So abilities are mapped to loadouts, not your actual account per se. And there's also another thing called Combat Masteries, which is basically like the mastery system in League of Legends, and I'll talk about that in another video. It's very complicated. Well, it's not complicated, but it has a lot of depth to it, and if you're really good at optimizing your setup, you can definitely get an edge over your opponent. So, as you can see, let's go and trigger one of the abilities on this one, and it's called Decoy, and it sends out a little decoy. And while we're at it, let's go and pull out my lethal ability, and that is a massive fireball. Pretty cool indeed. But as you can see, there is the swapping mechanic. But let's go and also show off the grenade physics in this game, because it's a little bit different. Well, not in terms of the physics, but in terms of how the grenades actually work. So as you can see, there's a blue trajectory on the left-hand side screen, and that's where the grenade's going to go and bounce to. Is it making the game a little bit, easier to throw grenades? Sure, but it makes it a lot easier for newcomers to go and actually use grenades effectively instead of just spamming it like they do in a lot of other games. So let's go and throw it. Let's see if it goes. Bounce, bounce, bounce. It does exactly what the trajectory said. And there we go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little gameplay tutorial. If you did, make sure to go and give it a like rating. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under. Out.